So I don't know that I ever actually provided you guys with an update with the whole cat versus guinea situation. Basically what happened is we decided to keep the guineas and get 2 cats. And I'm going to introduce you to that cat right now. Oh, hello. Hello. Hi, baby cakes. Hello. Yes. Look at you. Look how cute you are. Yes. How's my girl? So this is Loki, and this is Soap and Clay Kidlet number one's cat, and she is just a little bit. She's about, I don't know how old she is. She's old enough to get spayed, so I don't exactly know how old that makes her, but she's super teeny tiny, and she is a purrer. Like, she will just come and cuddle up and purr. Now, I never thought that I was going to be a cat person, but wow, like that's a good therapy animal right here. I've heard that cats usually aren't though. I've heard that cats are just kind of dicks, but she definitely is not. She is the sweetest little thing ever, and I love her, and I love her so much. She's just the cutest. And cats, update, we kept the guineas, and so that's we'll take that as it comes, I guess. Um, but right now we have a kitty. We have 2 of them, actually. This is one of 2. And I wanted you guys to meet Loki. And cats actually do have something to do with today's video, not in like a weird way. I'm not making Loki make soap or anything like that. That's bananas. But there's a cat theme, and I'll tell you all about what that theme is in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 115 of 365 days of soap. You're 2, and we are doing a cat villager from Animal Crossing today. And so that's why, something to do with the cats. It's all a thing. And she doesn't want down right now. She's not happy with being let down right now, so I'm just going to hold her and, she's purring on me, and it's delightful. I wonder if the mic is picking that up. That would be cool. But yeah, for the cats, we actually were going to do a number of different cats, but then ultimately, Soap and Clay Kidlet number 2 found a black cat in Animal Crossing named Kiki, and she's like, well, we have to do that one because it looks just like Loki. And so that's what we're doing today. I cannot for the life of me remember what we scented this with from Midwest Fragrance Company, but we definitely scented it with something awesome. And, we'll talk about that in the video. But there's a cat here, and so all I'm thinking about is petting the cat and not so much with the rest of the things. But let's go to the video. We can talk about it there while she's just sitting on my lap and it'll all be a thing. Okay, we are making Kiki. And, you got to meet Loki. But this is Kiki. Kind of looks like Loki. Got a cool black cat. And there are the embeds for Kiki. And I have no idea. What scent are we using? Cactus and sea salts. Okay. Now, this smells... You know how I said during the Star Wars things that like all things that say sea salt just smells like generically clean to me? When we did like the Yoda bar? Those are the cool ears that the Soap and Clay Kidlet number 1 made for this guy. So that's awesome. But yeah, so it all just smells like sea salt. Like just a generic clean. This one does not. This one is actually very interesting. It's clean and like water-esque, but it also has a sense of kind of heat to it. Not like, it doesn't smell spicy like a chili, but it smells warm. I don't know how else to describe it. It's actually a very interesting blend for sure, and I think it would be a great unisex blend, but of course all sea salts tend to be a good unisex blend. And I didn't get the board out for this to select the colors because there's just the one color, and so we're going to use Wicked. Honestly, I never, ever use colorants when it comes to black or white because I'm like, what is the point of that? Just use activated charcoal. Just use kaolin clay. And so I'm giving it a fair shake. You know, we're playing with the full Monty. And so, oh, there's a color that's wicked. And black cats are supposed to be wicked or something. But I don't think that's true at all. And I think we talked about this like well over a year ago at this point when we were making the Blue is Black soap. And it was told to me that apparently black cats are adopted wildly less than any other, cat. And I find that to be very sad. I guess it's some sort of superstition thing. I don't really know, but I think it's very sad. So I think it's super cool that Soap and Clay Kidlet #1 loves her black cat Loki so very much. And I do too. Like, I just love this cat purring on me and being just such good therapy. She really is. And given the month that I have had therapy through cats, has been very, very helpful and very, very soothing. And I'm glad that she exists. And so I'm also, glad that we're making a black cat soap, Kiki from Animal Crossing. And she's cool too. Got weird yellow eyes and purple ear. It's all a thing. Now we're going to go pour this, and I will tell you more about how we are going to put the ears on, during the pour. And that will be fun, but short for that particular piece of it. Okay, and onto the pour of this. And as I said, this is a short and sweet pour because just like with Jay, we are doing embeds in a column. But because we have to get the cat ears on, I am actually only going to let this sit in the mold for about 6 hours. And I'm going to let this mold sit in the freezer during that entire 6-hour period so I can get it out quickly because I want it to be soft enough that I can shove those ears into the soap and, go from there. So that is what we are doing. Again, this is only going to sit for about 6 hours. We've got maybe a little bit of ricing going on with this guy, but nothing terrible. Also, I didn't do a complicated design. So, if you're looking for a complicated design and this scent is going to accelerate and or rise, that would be unfortunate. But also, I mixed this pretty good because I knew it was just going to be solid. And I also wanted it thick enough to hold all the embeds where they're supposed to stay. Okay, and on to the cut of this. And again, 6 hours in the freezer. Did some interesting cracking things as a result. The heat was trying to escape while I was actively cooling it down. And so that's kind of to be expected when you start messing with the temperatures of soap. But, you still can do. The soap is incredibly smooth, but it's also very, very soft. And that is going to work well for me because of what I need to do next. And you remember when I said in the J video that I wasn't going to use my cutter because embeds? Yeah, I decided that I was going to test Mr. Soap and Clay and his whole threat of not, fixing my cutter, really. But I didn't break it, so it's good. Now you see the side there on the lower right how it totally smooshed down. That's because it's super soft, which is awesome, because what I kind of wanted to do with all of this was have the soap soft enough that I could squish it into a face. And so it's not a perfectly round soap. We're going to squish it to make it look like a cat face, like give the kitty cheekbones, you know? And for the embeds, they totally worked and stayed exactly where they're supposed to, so that's good. And again, yeah, that indent on the right is just because of the weight of the pressure from cutting the soap, as you probably surmised. But, just in case, that's what that is. And then so the other side, just press it in, shove it all back where it goes. And that is awesome. Look, it's a little cat face. That's totally adorable. Now, because this is so soft, I should be able to get the ears in without any problems at all. But I'm not too sure on the carving for the face, for the smile, because it's really soft. And when you start carving soaps that are too terribly soft, it just makes a big old mess that you're having to clean up everything, all of the extra little soap bits, shreds that you're taking out, and it's hard to get a really clean line. And so I do prefer to wait for a while to carve into any soaps I'm going to be carving into, is the point of all of that. And then I just use a regular, just like a clay shaping tool, carver, all the jazz, for sure. But because it's so soft, we get to do this, which is, what I wanted to be able to happen. So that's excellent, because cats don't have round faces, They've got cheekbones. They look fierce because of their cheekbones, really. And so I'm really happy that this worked out. Sorry, I'm actually pretty distracted right now because Loki is sitting in my lap right now as I am doing this, and she's batting at my little hangy down bits from my sweater, and it's fun. She's playing, and so I want to play, but I have to do the work thing. So I'm trying to multitask, I guess. And these soaps, they totally worked. I mean, I can't speak to whether or not they discolored or anything to that effect. I don't remember seeing any vanillin content on that label from Midwest Fragrance Company. I've had such a hard time remembering what this company is called throughout all of this. It's been really, really complicated. So I don't know. Hopefully at some point, because they are new, hopefully at some point I'll just know the name. But I stumble over it every time. Like I want to call them Mountain Sage or something else. And I don't know, Midwest Fragrance Company is, for whatever reason, stupidly hard for me. But again, since the soap is so soft, I am able to just sort of dig a channel and put these silly little ears in. And I love that we've made, a derpy cat yet again. I think this is like the fourth cat that we've made on the channel over the past, 2 years. And this one's definitely different, but super duper cute. And you see what I mean about how soft it is and how much sort of mess it creates. And then it's sticky and it's not a lot of fun. So just to give you an idea of, what they will look like when they're fully cured and I'm able to carve properly on them, that's it. It's a little kitty cat. It's Kiki or Loki. Doesn't matter. I mean, there isn't a Loki to my knowledge in Animal Crossing, but there is a Kiki. And so it's Kiki because this is the Animal Crossing theme. And this is ridiculous just across the board. I love this soap so much. All of these soaps have been so much fun. I think we just have one left now, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we only have one left, which means this adorable Kiki soap can be in your hot little hands, in the next week. Well, because we have one more soap in the line, but then also we always do a bath bomb, or we usually do with themes. So, you got to wait for that one too. You're going to love the bath bombs. They are so cool. But I really like how ridiculous and silly and whatever these all ended up being. Totally also looks like Kiki from Animal Crossing. I mean, they've all done so far, with the exception of Sprinkle, right? Because she went brown. Still need to find a brown penguin to rename that one. I'm probably just going to keep her Sprinkle because, you know, you guys were along for the ride of making of Sprinkle, so you'll understand why she's brown and discolored. But that is, yeah, that totally worked. That's just ridiculous. I could not think of a more fitting cat to add to an Animal Crossing themed soap line than precisely what this ended up being. So for that, it is a massive win, and that is day 115. Kiki from Animal Crossing. And yeah, those are cute as shit. And there it is, the Kiki bar. And yeah, the cat, she's right here. She wanted down, and so I let her down, but she's not really moving. But yeah, it's a super cute bar for sure. Scent on that, really, really strong, really, really beautiful. This soap was wild to make, but because I pulled it out of the molds when it was so soft, I could totally smush the bottom to give the cat some cheekbones and all the jazz. So I love these soaps, and I thought Soap and Play Kidlet number 2 deciding to do Kiki was a great idea because we have one of those things. So yes, if you are interested in scoring some epic fragrances with a discount, you should head over to Midwest Fragrance Company and use coupon code SoapandClay10. You get a discount on your next order. How awesome is that? For sure. If you're interested in the Animal Crossing soaps, you know the drill. We're not quite done. We will be soon. You can get them at soapandclay.com in about a week. Yes. If you are interested in seeing what else we do for all the things, daily content, it's a whole thing. Subscribe. That would be excellent. For those of you who have subscribed, hey, thank you very much. How do you like Loki? Isn't she the cutest thing ever? I'm in love, for sure. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I'm out of here for today. Talk about your cats in the comments. I want to know their names and where they all came from and all of the things. But I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.